I have a lot of low priced items that barely make any profit. Sometimes they even lose money just to create momentum.
Sales bring sales, right? Momentum is real. If you cancel, buyer asks to cancel, but you didn't message them and you didn't get anything from them, they're gonna change it to out of stock. That's why you gotta like send them messages and get the approval from them. There's a button there that's just called end low performing items or end low performing listings. It's like a nasty red button or a very nice red button. And it's pretty much gonna automatically delete everything on the page that has no views. What's up, Mike?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What's up?
Yeah, quick question. Basically, one I have already have the answer for one question because basically in the last I think 10 days, I was not sending messages to, basically I was not sending like, thank you for purchase, and I didn't ask for feedback. And I just realized that right now that my sales decreased from 7 sales, 8 sales a day. So basically it's not like many people here are having like 50 sales a day. So I'm not like
Oh, so 7 a day is great, man.
yeah,
Um,
I was seven a day, and I for 10 days I didn't send any DM, and right now I have like realized that, and right now I only have like 1 or 2 sales per day. So I think this is so important for eBay to, and when I was sending those DM, maybe not every day, but like every second day I was sending a DM, like asking for feedback or sending them like some, I have some promotion for you, etc. So basically eBay was giving me more sales because I didn't change much. I just changed my markup from like 85 to 95 percent. But I was thinking all the time it's the reason why, but I think DMs are so like so important. This is my picture. I wanted to ask you if this is yeah, if this is something realistic that can be the case, or I'm just inventing that.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, like I always send the buyer something, even if it's just a smiley face after they message thank you. I've had too many cases where I send them a smiley face and then I get a sale after the next minute. That like, yeah, I just think eBay notices everything. Like Caleb was saying, they look at your chat histories,
Yeah.
right? And this is actually something we've seen. I think I finally connected the dots on that. Like, I think they're gonna, if you cancel, buyer asks to cancel, but you didn't message them and you didn't get anything from them, like they're gonna change it to out of stock. That's why you gotta like send them messages and get the approval from them. So communicating is just really, really important. And I'm
Got you. Yeah, so basically, this is something what I realized during this call.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
I just counted the days. I just saw like 10 days. I stopped it
yeah.
when sales decreased, and I realized that. And my second question is, if I will do like only bulk listing, because right now I prefer to stick with bulk listing, and I will get to, I don't know, if, probably 10K listings, or maybe I'll get different subscription to get to 25K of listings. Do you think it's still like doable to have, let's say, I don't know, 2K sheer profit out of that, or it's gonna be with bulk listing, it's gonna be, yeah,
So
difficult?
yeah, with bulk listing, you'll probably get up to like 1,000 to 1,500 a month in profit. That's kind of what's reasonable because it's a pretty easy strategy. Yeah.
With 10K listings you refer, or 25K listings?
10K. If you go to 25K, you can definitely do more. That being said, if you're going for 25K, I recommend pruning down your 10K. The way I think you should think about it is get to 10K listings and then prune like half of them so you have higher quality items. So that's when you go through EcomSniper. I think there's a button for it, like end low performing listings, and you just delete all the items that aren't selling. Because if you just have a bunch of items that haven't sold on your store, eBay doesn't like that. They like it when more of your items have sold. So that's why we prune. So you prune down to like 5K and then list back to 10K and then prune off like another 5K. Like you can do a lot of work like that to increase the quality of your items and you'll be making more money with the same number of listings. But once you got like a really hot 10K items, you're probably making like 1,500, 2K a month. And then you can start going to 25K. So then I would go to 25K, maybe prune like 13,000 listings and then go up again, kind of like that, like that. That's how I wouldn't just go straight to 25K. I would try to maximize your 10K first because the
Well, that's great. That's great. And how to? We said about some feature in EcomSniper that you can prune down those
yeah,
those listings. Like, do you know how is it called? This feature?
you go on the computer, which I'm assuming is what you're on, and you go to manage active listings. There's a button there that's just called end low performing items or end low performing listings. It's like a nasty red button or a very nice red button.
Yeah, it's at the top. You just when
Yeah.
you go to active listings, and it should be like as you're scrolling down, like when I'm right pretty much next to the settings.
And once you have it, like I would adjust your listings that are showing up to the items that have the least amount of time left, because those are items that have been up for almost 30 days, right? That's what it usually means. So they're about to expire and end, and then you use it, and it's pretty much going to automatically delete everything on the page that has no views. So in 30 days it got no views, right? It's not going to sell. It's a crappy item. So you can delete it, and it'll delete like 150, 200 at a time, and right, like I'm making it like a weekly task for my VA, so we're pruning out like several thousand items a month, right? Um,
Oh, that's great. So basically, you do it on a weekly basis that you prune down
yeah,
this
so I just
this
have them
number.
click that button twice a week, right? And that's going to be 300, 400 a week, so that's an extra 1500. You know, I could have them click it an extra time and I could do double, right? But
And you do, and the category which you choose, you said it's a zero views for 30
It's the,
days, right?
it's the default, and if you check it, it'll be that. It'll be default, like zero views or less. It's gonna select all the items that have zero views, right? And that's why you go to items that are about to expire. So items that are about to expire and have zero views. That's the ones it deletes. That's what pruning is basically. Of
Perfect, perfect. Appreciate that. Thank you.
course, of course. And yeah, thank you for the value about the listings. So like,
Jonathan.
yeah, Caleb.
Yeah, also, we probably would like people, especially after Sam had done that research, you probably just have people, have it as part of the strategy to figure out what is your goal when it comes to your sell-through rate. You need to know that number, and you need to actually create a strategy for that number. So for the person that you were just talking to, I'm sorry, I didn't really see the name, with 25,000 items listed, and you said you were selling 7 to 8 items. Even with that, your sell-through rate would be 0.000028 or
Yeah.
something like that. That's very, very bad. Like, I mean, you're barely gonna get sales with that. Even with 8, and you said you dropped to 1 and 2, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you're gonna be your storage is gonna be dragged through the mud, And if you compare that to having 500 listing, but you're selling 7, come on. you know it makes it's just 500 items, but it makes such a big difference because your sell-through rate is going to be rewarded. So the new people in here learn about your sell-through rate and have a strategy that's supposed to help your sell-through rate rather than making it rough. I mean, I delete 1,000 items every single day. I prune 1,000 items every single day. Man. But I think that's the reason that I am averaging about 50 to 70 sales a day.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that
Another method, is I have a lot of low priced items that barely make any profit. Sometimes they even lose money just to create momentum.
Yeah, totally. That's basically the snipe at break-even strategy, and it's a great way. I was actually telling Mike that I think that like yeah, that's another thing you could do is just to snipe at break-even to kind of build momentum. But
So basically, also add items because I was trying lastly just the range between I think like $5 and $150. So basically, get rid of that method, right? Like even start from zero pricing, $0 pricing, right? From what I think what Dan right now said that basically like even like items per I don't know five for
yeah,
$3,
yeah,
it's
like
good to add.
yeah, because again, sales. This is like the most basic sauce, right? But sales bring sales, right? Momentum is real, so that's a great strat. And what Caleb is essentially explaining is the science of the algorithm, and it's the reason why his accounts do so well is because he aggressively prunes down. So eBay is constantly seeing, right, not only an active seller, but a seller with a very good proportion of his items selling. So with that logic, like you probably wouldn't want to go to 25K listings because if you get like even several thousand high quality items, you're probably going to get MC11. So yeah, Caleb, was there anything else you wanted to add on?
No, that's it. That's it.
Perfect. Well, yeah, I mean, I really appreciate you getting that point across, and